Hey, you future wolf here. Before I let you watch my idiot myself from 2 months ago, I just wanna apologize that this video got deleted before, because my account got hacked at the time, and I don't know why it happened like that. He somehow managed to successfully hacking without verifying and without sending me a message to access my account. Also thanks for that, jerk. But now I had to re-upload the video and I took small changes on it. This doesn't affect the content that I also made it previously. I just changed the spots where my viewers just mostly leave at some parts of this video, and the rest I'll let it like it was before. Now I'll let you watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Hey. I think everyone knows that Among Us requires like 1 GB of RAM, 250 MB of space, and a minimum operating system that supports is Windows 8. But is it possible to play this game on an older version of an operating system? Today we're gonna take a look if Among Us can run on older Windows versions that doesn't support the game. Well, I can say there wasn't much success launching the game on old operating systems, but please take a look how the result was. So, can every version of Windows run Among Us?
Let's find out.
Can Windows 11 run Among Us? Of course it does, and also Steam's available there. So like you know, Windows 11 and Windows 10 are the standard operating systems to run this game, including the 8 versions. Also, there's no lags and stuff that prevent you from playing the best possible experience from this game. Honestly, let's skip this one because Windows 11 and Windows 10 runs fine and there's not much complaining about it. So who the hell is Greg?
My name is Jeff.
Let's just move on to the next one. Alright, we are here on Windows 7 with this Fire Team Dark background, I guess. Now it's getting more interesting. Can a Windows 7 with Service Pack 1 from 2009 run Among Us? Can it run Among Us? Let's find out. It doesn't even go into full screen mode. It just opens a big fat window. It also runs 5 FPS if I'm not wrong. And the sound has also very small delay compared to Windows 11. We have to wait. So online probably doesn't work on Windows 7, but that's okay. At least local LAN multiplayer and offline still works. Let's play a map here on practice. And we choose of course the funnel. That will give Windows 7 some quite of a challenge. And we have to wait again, this will probably take a while.
2,000 years later.
Oh! No way! They got it! Never expected that it loads into the game, but that's a big win. And I just realized the controls didn't even load it.
2,000 years later.
Is it? Okay, finally. It took years to finally move from this specific location and go from A to B. Now since the game has completely loaded, let's try to kill some people as imposter. I expected first the game won't load correctly, it will just crash. But that's not the case. Wow, the game finally loaded my skin. Say hello to... And I think if you have a Windows 7 computer like this, you still can play Among Us, but with low budget. You could just play Purple Place instead and having fun there without any lags or long loading screens. But if you don't want to miss the game that trends on Steam or something, you have to play games like this one. I think it's Pink. She is so because I'm just bored sitting here and have nothing to do in my life. I realized that the animations doesn't even exist. And that I hate the bots here, what the hell?
Know your place, trash, robots.
Okay, much better. Let's eject this one. even the text is slower as Bowser in Smash. But on the other hand, Windows 7 can run Among Us without crashes, and it's possible to run this one. I think there is not much to complain running this game on an old operating system that much of the people use besides Windows XP. I think it's time to move on to the next operating system. So there we go. So we are here in this beautiful UI of Windows Vista, and we will try to run Among Us on the 64-bit version of Windows Vista. If it doesn't work, Vista will remain the biggest disappointment ever. But anyway, let's... The processor point gave logical processor information X wasn't found in the kernel 32.dll. Dang it. I know that it's the only logic from the folder, or it doesn't work completely. I just want to know.
Mission failed.
Well, it doesn't work. So anyway, we could try to use an alternative way to play Among Us. Not only using this one instead, or using other versions. I downloaded this emulator that we could run Among Us fan games on it. It's still counted as Among Us. So let's choose Among Us 64DS that was made by Solar Z. I made also a video about that. You can find this up there. And now let's launch the game.
One eternity later.
I already lost hope on this emulator. There's also an other way to play Among Us. Mozilla Firefox for this one. So I hope this game works here. So we still can play Among Us. And it's of course not supported. What did you expect? But there is one way to play it here.
Look at this, it's perfect! Chicago is perfect!
I am an footballer.
Baller!
Come on. No! How am I supposed to save this when I attacked him like a few times and I still can't defend him? What?
The City is still alive here. Balotelli.
Come on. We want the UCL! To be honest, it wasn't that terrible. But it's a clear step back after Windows 7 that actually ran Among Us on it. But let's move on to my favorite. Look at this. What is more nostalgia than this piece of operating system from 2001? But can it also run Among Us? Alright, let's launch the game. The app is not a Win32 program. The heck? Alright, since we cannot run the normal one, let's launch the emulator again. This time an N64 emulator with Among Us 64 for the Nintendo 64. 64! Let's launch it. And of course we have to wait, because it's probably lagging. I'm done with this one. Alright, it's time for Mozilla Firefox and the internet browsing. Let's find some Among Us games on Scratch. It's loading like Windows Vista. Alright, let's start this one. Yeah, that's the gameplay. So let's try stop! So let's try a different one. The start button isn't even clickable. Dang it! Windows XP looks deprecated as hell. Windows XP is at this point in painful, agonizing failure. And let's just move on to the next one. Welcome to Windows Millennium Edition, or Windows Me for short. This new PC version brings you painful errors, the very first video editing software, and cancer. Okay, I probably stopped because my voice sounds terrible as hell. The reason why we are here is running Among Us on this thing. Let's see if this can run. Nope, the Among Us .exe file expects a new version of Windows. Nice. What the heck is this? But there's hope. I found a Game Boy Color emulator that runs final Windows Millennium Edition. And like you see, it's an Among Us fan game created by Lumpy Touch, where I also use his lo-fi songs in my videos. Also thanks to him, I can finally play games on an operating system that was made in the year 2000.
Looks like I had to drink some aspirin while my head hurts so far. If you didn't give me some aspirin, I will steal your anus.
We don't talk about the other imposter, because I got a little afraid of him. Don't tell me why, don't ask me why.
What the heck are you talking about?
So I think if Innerslov released this game in 1998 or 1999, they would smash Super Mario Bros. This one. I think I found someone's credit card. I wonder how much money it is. Could someone tell me how they are supposed to swim? Who are you? The guy with an ugly face.
I'll reward you by upgrading your blood.
What?
Your blood now has a fresh, mighty scent. And I have cancer.
Let me in. I want a knife. I want a knife. Come on. Come on, I want a knife. Because I need to kill someone. Because I need to kill someone. Now. Or I... Now. And we reached the end of the first stage. While I was emerging from the vent into admin, Russell doesn't saw me enter and she was busy swiping her credit card to buy some sandwiches from Subway. Russell struggled a lot with the payment of her credit card. Oh dear! Oops! What? Whoops, demonstration mode ends here. The color Game Boy emulation part of No Cash Game Boy isn't free. Sucks to be you, pal. Dang it. If it resets the game, I will never use this. Okay. Screw you people with capitalism surfing the web here. It doesn't run very stable because it always asks for security options, but at least it can run Firefox here. I don't think Among Us browser games will work here because it's always blocking or hiding some features like the your device does not support it sign. Instead, it runs Discord on it. No jokes. Some botch here. Where is the freaking question mark on this? It feels like I'm chatting on AOL Messenger with other people on Windows Me's or XP's. But it's Discord, baby. Oh yeah, that's a complete lie. I'm on Windows Millennium Edition. Holy crap. Who's that person? If you're watching this, Seal, you better go to your other Seal buddies out there.
Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of
Why not
spaghetti.
put some Hotel Mario on this thing? I think Windows Me wasn't that terrible, to be honest, and ran better than Windows XP. That doesn't actually work. But let's just move on. We are running in the 90s. I tried to run this thing on VirtualBox or VMware, but it doesn't work because I have an AMD Ryzen processor instead of an Intel Pentium. What's this, by the way? Oh, well, nostalgia. The real reason why we are here is playing Among Us games. I couldn't add the real Among Us because the USB port wasn't invented yet back then, and I cannot drag and drop into this virtual machine. Can you find Google? Nah, you can't. How about Discord? It's the simplest page that can run every PC. It doesn't work either. How about Among Us? some browser should finally recognize this simple word. Yeah, of course skipping the to main content. What do you want to show me? Advertisement? And the page doesn't show up. It's just hiding everything. The only thing what I can do to entertain you guys on Windows 98 is just drawing on an Among Us character on MS Paint. What a little cute emogus, isn't it? No? Let's just move on to the last one. And finally, Windows 95, the first operating system that included an start button in this interface after Windows 3.1's testing ones. If we click on System, we can see details about our computer. I would like to know how they made commercials with this thing. Windows 95, the newest version of Windows, has finally arrived. This gaming PC has an Intel Pentium Pro processor and 32 MB of RAM for a better gaming experience. Start Windows 95. Where do you want to go today? Can we at least run some Among Us topics on Google? This browser looks so old and clean. Can you run Google? Nah, it doesn't. How about just the topic Among Us? Okay, I'm done. Well, it was fun exploring our operating systems and try to run things that the PCs doesn't even support these. I thought Among Us could be like Doom 2.0, but no, it's Half-Life. Half-Life is the real Doom 2.0. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're not subscribed yet, please do it right now. I wish you a great day, and see you guys in the next video. And your wolf says bye bye.
What the heck are you talking about?